Hello and welcome, Cancerians. Welcome to your November 2024 Taroscopes. We're going to get straight into it because there's a lot that I want to get through. We're going to start off with this oracle, which is called the Word of the Year Oracle. Basically, each of these piles, the orange and the green, each have a single word on them. And basically, we talk. Let me start that again. I can't talk. We take a single card from each one, and together they're going to give us the theme for November 2024 for all Cancerians out there. So let's have a look. Giving a shuffle, setting the intention, asking that an appropriate word come through that's going to blend with the green and give us what we need. All right, so Cancerians, I'm happy with that shuffle. And I'm taking that card over there. Let's put these out of the way and let's get from the green pack. Okay, so just a quick shuffle, setting the intention for Cancerian energy, November 2024. What do you need to know? What is relevant and significant? What is important? What is going to go with the orange card to give you the theme for the month of November? Okay, and I am taking that one. Right, Cancerians, let's turn them over and see what we have. Inspired is our first one. I love that. All right, Inspired is going to live over there. And our second card, Inspired Play. Oh, how fabulous, Cancerians. So let's put them over there. I love that. We're going to talk about Inspired Play. And while we're talking about Inspired Play, I'm going to shuffle another. Nope. I'm getting ahead of myself. I forget. We have to shuffle the tarot. So, Cancerians. Now, first of all, let me start off by talking about Inspired Play. So, what is Inspired Play? Well, first of all, Inspired is fantastic. It's like the enthusiasm and the excitement and that all that you get. And then obviously Play is just fabulous. When I talk Cancerians, though, let's just go there for a brief second. When I talk Cancerians, I'm talking about all of you who've got a Cancer sun sign, those of you who have Cancer rising sign, that would be me, and those of you who have a Cancer moon. All right. So if you are Cancer sun, Cancer rising, or Cancer moon, this message is for you, covering the energies of November 2024. So as I say, I am now shuffling the tarot deck, going to lay out some cards. Then I've got the other oracle that we will use afterwards as well. So Inspired Play, Cancerians, is basically saying that you're going to have to, during the month of November, take some time out for yourself to have some fun. Now, I know, you guys are not afraid of having fun. You enjoy having fun, but you're always so mindful of everybody else and always so mindful about taking care of everybody else and nurturing everybody else. If you wonder what's going on in front of my face, I've got incense burning. So it's the smoke from the incense that's wafting here in front of my face. I promise you there's no spooks today. So Inspired Play is basically saying that the month of November is going to be the time where you are going to pay more attention to yourself. You're going to pay more attention to your actions and your behaviors, and you're not going to be all work and no play. We're going to play, and we're going to play hard, okay? Inspired tells me that it's like a conscious choice or a conscious decision that you make to spend more time in play, to spend more time having fun, and to spend more time being, playful and being lighthearted, not being so serious, not being so deep involved in work and real life, but actually giving yourself permission to have some fun. And I am going to say to you that play for me and play for you and play for the next person may be all completely different, and that's okay. But as long as you are doing something that lightens your mood, that lightens your soul, that elevates your soul, let's say, and just makes you feel fabulous, then I think you're doing okay. But it's got to be inspired. In other words, it's got to be something that truly excites you, that gets the momentum and the enthusiasm and all of those kind of things going. Let's lay out some tarot and see what message we get. So the first one we have is the Two of Pentacles. This is the vintage Pam, by the way, for those of you who are interested. We have the Four of Swords. We have the World card. We have the Four of Pentacles, so we've got a theme of the fours coming through. And our final card we have is the Magician. All right, so Cancerians, we've got 5 cards laid out. Let's look at our first one, okay? And the first one really talks to me about Inspired Play, because this card is basically saying, trying to juggle everything, trying to juggle, if you imagine fun on this end, and if you imagine work and duties and responsibilities on this end, and it's almost like he's trying to juggle them. He's trying to find where is his truth, where is his happiness, where is his joy. So he's standing on one foot, he's trying to balance himself, he's trying to find his footing, he's trying to find his truth. And this is exactly where you are, okay? Especially in the month of November, you're trying to find your footing, and so trying to find a balance, trying to find a flow between between your duties, your responsibilities, and obviously inspired play. And I know it's easy to allow the scales to tip more towards duties and responsibilities and less towards the play, which is why this has come through as a theme, because it's saying to you, Cancerians, that play is important. We mustn't allow the scales to be as unbalanced as they are. We need to shift the scales in the opposite direction, because you need to rest. You need to recharge your physical battery. You are exhausted. All right, Cancerians, it's been non-stop. The last couple of months, it's been emotionally, psychologically, mentally, and physically just busy. And you are feeling absolutely shattered, exhausted. The Four of Swords is the card of doing nothing. It's the card of taking time to rejuvenate, taking time to heal, taking time to recharge, taking time to find. And you know, we can go and sleep, and you will wake up feeling not tired, but you won't be feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Inspired play is what's going to give you that. And that's why that Four of Swords is coming through, because it's Spirit saying to you, Cancerians, that, you know, doing nothing doesn't, like, and by doing nothing I'm referring to sleep, okay, or relaxing in front of the telly, or, you know, something that doesn't actually involve anything is not the way to recharge your batteries. The way to recharge your batteries is through inspired play, doing something that really just soothes your soul, invigorates your soul, excites your soul, and makes you feel as if everything's going to be okay. Resting and doing nothing, as much as it's necessary and it's important and it's good, it's not enough for what you need in your life right now. We then have the World card. The World card is an interesting one, because we have this wreath that goes all the way around her, which is almost the victory wreath, okay? So this is saying how, you know, you have to acknowledge how successful you are, how much you've achieved, and how much you've accomplished, and, you know, just recognizing that you're actually quite phenomenal. And just because you've completed a cycle, just because you've come full circle, so to speak, you know, it's another reason why it's important to invigorate and to enthusiast and to bring positive energy into your life. Because right now we're just trying to maintain balance. We're just trying to succeed and trying to, you know, get through the day. But we and as much as we are accomplished and as much as we have succeeded in so much, it's almost like we're not allowing ourselves to stay in that moment. We're not allowing ourselves to experience that energy. And that's the problem, Cancerians, is that you've got to give yourself opportunity to actually experience joy, to experience inspired play in your life. So this is an interesting one. The Four of Pentacles, that's, oh gosh, these cards just flip and flip and flip. This Four of Pentacles that we have here, the reason why I say it's an interesting one for you, Cancerians, is because, can you see what he's doing? He's holding on to his money. He's holding on to his stuff, okay? We're not just referring to money. He's holding on to everything that he has, and he's not prepared to take a chance. He's not prepared to climb out of his comfort zone, and he's not prepared to do anything differently, okay? It's almost like, no, it's this is how I am, and this is who I am, and this is how I've always done it, and I don't like that, and I don't want to do that. That's the energy that's coming off that Four of Pentacles, and this is the energy that needs to shift within you, all right? You need to be a little bit more open-minded. You need to be a little bit more daring to try something new, especially something that brings this inspired play into your life, okay? Don't be so rigid, because if you are so rigid, even if you're just, I'm sleeping, I'm lying, I'm sleeping, I'm not doing anything, you're not actually resting. You're not actually recharging your batteries. And I know it's difficult, and I know it's hard, and you've been around the mill, right? So this feels comfortable, this feels safe. But honestly, the message that Spirit have for you is this is the wrong answer. This is not what you need to be doing. What you need to be doing is freeing yourself and releasing yourself from these attachments, these control things, and actually say, you know what, I'm going to have fun because it's fun. No other reason. It doesn't have to serve any other purpose except that it is fun. And the Magician is again confirming all of that, because the Magician says that it's all in your hands, that you have the power to decide what's going to happen. You have the power to decide how things are going to play out. You have the power to choose for yourself what is relevant, what is significant, and what is important. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to play out everything? What are you going to do during the month of November to actually shift things up a little bit, to radically push your buttons, push your own buttons, so that you can bring yourself to a place of inspired play, where you can actually have fun for the sake of having fun, where you can actually let go of all your responsibilities, let go of all of these pressures and deadlines and goals and whatever else that you've got going in your life at the moment. You know, to spend an afternoon or an evening just having some fun, laughing, being silly, you know, doing all of those things, it's not going to cause you any harm. It's not going to stop your goals from materializing. But what it will do is it will recharge your energy and your vibrations and your battery enough so that it's easier to handle the responsibilities that life has to offer you. I am now shuffling this other oracle deck. Now, this other oracle deck is made from symbols from the Standard Tarot. So, for example, we will get one that just has this wreath. We will get one that just has this infinity symbol with the coins. And obviously their interpretations and their meanings are slightly different. So let's have a look and see how these oracle want to collaborate and what they want to add to the message that we have already covered. Okay, whoopsie. Okay, right, cards are shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck over there and let's lay them out. So the first one we have is the catastrophe. Right, we do have some glare. I do apologize for that, but these cards, I purchased them online years and years ago, and I printed and cut and laminated myself. We have the sunrise, we have the wheel, and guess what? That is the Wheel of Fortune. That is the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, I'm going to have to fix. Let me put all these down and then I'll fix it. We have the significance, and our final one that we have is the roller coaster. You know what? This has never happened, right? I have used this oracle deck so many times before. The fact that we have the wheel coming up with the Wheel of Fortune is quite something in itself. Can you see this little ship in the background here on the waves? Can you see the little ship in the background? I've never had this before, where there are, of these oracles, I think there are 50 something, there are 78 of those. I mean, how do we get two coming out at the same time? All right, I know they're a huge mess, and it's probably going to be almost impossible for me to get them to say, oh, I think that's fairly okay, right? Fairly okay. I'm going to leave it like that. All right, so this one has to come down though. There we go. Right, so Cancerians, let's have a look. Right, you are currently trying to find balance. You're currently trying to handle everything at once. It's becoming a bit of a catastrophe for you, okay? It's becoming a bit of a catastrophe. It's becoming a little bit overwhelming. And this is why you're struggling to maintain balance, because there is a lot going on in your life and everything feels like the walls are crashing. Everything feels like an absolute catastrophe. And you can't stop the catastrophe, right? You cannot stop it. It's not going to go away, but it can also wait. So the catastrophe is going to happen anyway, right? It's inevitable. The catastrophe is going to happen. You do not need to respond immediately. You can actually leave the catastrophe lying like a catastrophe on the floor, and you can deal with it tomorrow, because you're going to take some time out for yourself to go and play, to actually rejuvenate your heart and soul. And only once you've done that will you actually be in a better position to handle the catastrophe and to bring balance into your life. We have the sunrise. The sunrise is basically saying to you, sleep on it. Remember I said to you that's the Four of Swords, which is the card of doing nothing. And I said to you that sometimes it's really good to do nothing, but even when doing nothing, you're not really boosting your energy. You're not really revitalizing your soul. So the sunrise is telling you to get outside. Sleep on it, right? We're not going to rush into anything. We're going to take our time with it. We're going to rest. We're going to rejuvenate. We're going to sleep on it, but we are going to go outside. We're going to spend some time outdoors in the sunshine, because that is what's important. The sunrise also tells you that everything's going to be okay, because every day that the sun comes up, it's a new opportunity for a new life, for a new experience, for a new day. So we mustn't ever think that we are limited or restricted by the catastrophe that's going on in our lives, because we're not really. You know, every day is a new opportunity to do things in a different way. So, you know, spend some time in inspired play. Spend some time doing the things that really and truly recharge your batteries. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, you see, I got it wrong. I do apologize. I just realized what I said. This is the World. This is the Wheel of Fortune. They're not the same card. I do apologize. Oh, where was I thinking? I think I was getting so excited. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune is the karma card. It means that the wheel turns. And I think that's what I was getting to, is because this is about coming full circle, about the wheel turning. So the Wheel of Fortune is the karma card, which basically says that whatever situation you find yourself in at the moment, Cancerians, you actually put yourself in this situation. it's like I almost have to say that the only person that you have to blame is yourself, because you didn't do enough. You didn't do things when you needed to do things. You sort of just waited and waited and waited and waited, hoping that things sort themselves out, hoping that things figure themselves out. And of course that hasn't happened. So now you find yourself in a situation where it's like, it's catastrophe, it's crazy, it's busy, there's so much going on. But you need to understand that you have come full circle. You've done everything. You've accomplished and achieved everything that you wanted to and everything that you needed to. The Karma card is saying that this is the time to make changes. This is the time for play. This is the time for rejuvenating heart and soul, and not being so methodical and so limited and restrictive in your actions and your behavior. We have the significance card. So the significance here is basically saying to you, you've got to ask yourself, what is significant? What is relevant? What is significant in your life at the moment? Are you placing too much focus and too much attention on the insignificant things? Or are you holding on so tightly to the significant things that they can't progress, that they can't evolve, that they can't change, that they lose their ability to be fun? They lose their ability to be inspirational. They lose their ability to be inspired play. And then we have the Magician giving us the roller coaster. And as I said, this is the little boat, the exact little boat that you see in the corner over there. And this boat is topsy-turvy in the water. You know, it's crazy. And what is a roller coaster? If you imagine, if you've ever been on a roller coaster, right? You sit in this little car and it does a very, very, very slow uphill. And then when it gets to the top, it feels like it almost pauses and stops. And then poof, it's the sudden downhill, and it's the crazy busy. And then it's a turn this way and a turn that way, and it's up and it's down and it's upside down, and it's a nightmare for 3 minutes, because that's typically how long a roller coaster ride is, 3, 4, 5 minutes. But for those 3, 4, 5 minutes, you experience literally every emotion there is. Happiness, sad, fear, excited, exuberant, fearful, panicked, anxiety, all of that at once. Okay, so within a very short amount of time, there is so much emotion, there is so much experience, there is so much going on. So we have the Magician here, and as I said to you, the Magician is the card that says you have the ability to manifest and to create whatever it is that you want and whatever it is that you need. But you need to understand that life is just a roller coaster, that there are going to be ups and there are going to be downs, there are going to be exhilarating moments, and there are going to be dull and boring and lifeless moments. For November, it's important, Cancerians, that you focus on spending time by yourself, with yourself, in moments of joy, in moments of play, in moments of allowing yourself to breathe and allowing yourself to have fun and allowing yourself to enjoy what life has to offer. There is a lot going on. There is a lot of serious energy around you as well, but it's important to take some time out to inspire yourself, to ignite enthusiasm and creativity within yourself, to play, but to play with no rules, with no boundaries, with no controls, because life is quite hectic at the moment. So the best way for you to navigate through the month of November is by giving yourself opportunities to relax, to unwind, and to play. All right, Cancerians, I do hope that you have just the most amazing month of November. I hope your inspired play inspires you for more play. I hope your inspired play just heals, lightens, and rejuvenates your heart and your soul. And until we connect again, take care.